I've been waiting for you. There is a quiet magic in this moment, just before sleep, when the world slows down and your imagination can wander freely. Tonight, I want to take you somewhere truly vast and ancient, a place where wind and time have sculpted secrets into the sand, secrets we can explore together without ever leaving the comfort of your bed. So go ahead, let your body settle deeper into the mattress. Gently adjust your pillow, let the weight of your head be fully supported. Notice the rise and fall of your chest, and as you exhale, just let the day fall away like a single grain of sand slipping through an hourglass. In the next few minutes, I'll share some of the Sahara's most hidden wonders with you, one fascinating fact at a time. There is no pressure to remember anything, no test at the end. If you drift off somewhere between the ancient rivers and the towering dunes, then my job here is perfectly done. And if nights like these help you find a little peace, consider subscribing, and I promise to always be here, ready to meet you in the quiet. Now, let's begin. Deep beneath the golden waves of the Sahara, hidden from the scorching sun, lie the ghosts of ancient riverbeds. These are not just dry cracks in the earth, but the silent memory of powerful, flowing water that once carved its way through the landscape. Imagine a lush, green corridor winding through the heart of what is now a quiet sea of sand, where prehistoric wildlife like elephants and giraffes wandered peacefully, drinking from clear streams. The water is long gone now, of course, but its blueprint remains, etched into the bedrock below the dunes. It is a beautiful, humbling thought, that beneath all that stillness and silence, the earth itself remembers the sound of a current, the cool splash against a stony bank that has not felt a drop of rain in millennia. And speaking of things seen from above, there is a formation so vast and strange, it was first noticed by astronauts in space. The Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat structure, sits in the nation of Mauritania, a hypnotic pattern of concentric rings that resembles a giant, unblinking bullseye looking back at the cosmos. Spanning a full 40 kilometers in diameter, its swirls of eroded rock and sediment form circles in varying hues of amber and rust. As you picture it, your mind might naturally drift through the gentle theories of its creation, a deeply ancient volcanic dome that swelled and then sighed, collapsing inward over millions of years. Some have pondered if it was the gentle kiss of a cosmic impact, a slow-motion event that rippled the stone like a pebble in a pond. The true origin is a soft, geological mystery, a quiet puzzle resting peacefully on the desert floor. In the heart of the desert, carved into a sandstone plateau, another world waits. The Tassili Najar Plateau cradles one of the most important collections of prehistoric rock art on the entire planet, a gallery of a forgotten past. These are not just rough scratches but delicate paintings and carvings, gently rendered by patient hands thousands of years ago. When you imagine these artists, they were not depicting a barren wasteland, but a vibrant, verdant paradise. The stone canvas comes alive with images of grazing cattle, herds of antelope, and even figures that appear to be swimming in bodies of water. It is a visual lullaby from our ancestors, a soft reminder that the Sahara once breathed with the scent of wet earth and soft rain, a gentle green dream now fast asleep under a blanket of sand. To comprehend the sheer scale of this quiet kingdom is to touch a new kind of stillness. The Sahara is the largest hot desert on our planet, an expanse that stretches across approximately 9.2 million square kilometers of the African continent. That is a number so large it slips past understanding, dissolving into a feeling instead. It is a feeling of profound, almost sacred silence, a place where the horizon seems to melt seamlessly into the pale, dusky blue of the evening sky without a single sharp edge. In a space that vast, a single person is a tiny, peaceful thought in the mind of the world, a heartbeat in an ocean of silence. This immense stillness invites you not to feel small, but to feel a part of something infinitely calm, where the only thing that matters is the next slow, quiet breath you take. Within this immense quiet, there is still a gentle, constant motion. In Morocco, the desert becomes a sculpture garden of wind with the Erg Chebi, where towering dunes rise like frozen, shimmering waves of orange and gold. Imagine standing before these giants, mountains of sand that can climb over 150 meters high, their crests sharply defined against a flawless sky. They are not permanent, these colossal sculptures. They shift and breathe with the wind, their very shape a slow, fluid dance of collapse and creation. A single grain of sand is a tiny, insignificant thing of silica, but gathered by the breeze over 1,000 quiet evenings, it builds a landscape of breathtaking, melancholic beauty. The dunes are a reminder that even in a place of such profound stillness, the world is always, softly, reinventing itself, a new face for every sunrise. The Sahara's climate breathes with a quiet, fierce rhythm that has shaped the land for millennia. As the midday sun scorches the sands to a blinding, golden intensity, the silence is almost overwhelming, a heavy blanket of heat that presses down upon the dunes. But then, as the great orb sinks below the horizon, a remarkable transformation begins. The stored warmth of the day radiates softly into the deepening sky, and the air quickly turns crisp and cool, bringing a serenity that feels like the desert itself is exhaling. This gentle, nocturnal shift stirs a hidden world, coaxing fennec foxes, scarab beetles, and sleek sandcats from their shaded burrows. They emerge into the silvery glow of moonlight, which paints the landscape in shades of soft pearl and charcoal, their movements delicate and unhurried in the peaceful theater of the night. It is in this same velvety darkness that the Tuareg people, often called the Blue People of the Sahara, have traversed the sands for countless generations, guided by an ancient and intimate knowledge of the constellations. Picture them drifting slowly across the crests of the dunes, their long indigo-dyed veils fluttering like whispers of the sea against the desert wind. Those rich, deep blue fabrics, dyed with precious imported indigo, often leave a faint ethereal tint upon the skin, a gentle mark of their wayfaring life. As the twilight thickens, the blue of their robes merges seamlessly with the gathering shadows, making them almost indistinguishable from the dusk itself. They read the night sky not as a map, but as a familiar story, each star a syllable in a poem that has guided their caravans to water, pasture, and sanctuary beneath an endless canopy. At times, however, even the wisdom of the stars must pause, as the Sahara unveils one of its most dramatic yet serene phenomena. Across the vast open plains, a haboob begins its silent approach. Imagine a colossal wall of dust and sand, not raging, but gliding gracefully forward with a slow, rhythmic momentum, like a great golden tide sweeping over the land. Its power is immense, yet its movement is almost meditative, swallowing the horizon inch by inch and veiling the world in a diffuse, warm ochre haze. The sun, for a time, becomes a dim, burnished coin, its harsh rays softened into a gentle, enveloping glow that transforms the familiar dunes into a realm of soft, shifting mystery. And then, just as quietly, it passes, leaving behind a scoured peacefulness, a landscape cleansed and still. Beneath this continually shifting stage of sand and wind, the Sahara guards quiet secrets that span deep time. Within its vast limestone plateaus and rocky outcrops lie immense reserves of minerals and, more poignantly, the remains of creatures from a forgotten world. Fossilized bones emerge from the stone, telling tales of a time when this great desert was not a desert at all, but a deep, peaceful ocean floor. One can find the majestic, sculpted vertebrae of ancient whales resting silently in the white rock. There forms a tranquil testament to a submerged past millions of years ago. These gentle giants, now part of the arid earth, whisper of warm, shallow seas that once teemed with life, reminding us that the landscape itself is a fluid, dreaming memory. When the last of the golden light from any lingering dust has faded, the night air in the Sahara becomes perfectly still and crystal clear, offering a window into the cosmos that is almost unimaginable in the modern world. With no distant city glow to dilute the heavens, the sky transforms into a profound, velvety blackness. It is then that the Milky Way emerges as a luminous, floating river of stars, so brilliant it feels as though you might reach out and let your fingers trail through its celestial current. This grand, swirling galaxy drapes itself silently over the silent dunes like a bridge of pure light, connecting the ancient Earth below to the vast, sparkling unknown. Standing there under that immaculate dome, one feels not small, but gently held in the quiet, infinite rhythm of the universe. Deep beneath the golden dunes, scientists have traced the ghostly outlines of ancient riverbeds and vast lake systems that once whispered across this now silent world. Imagine the cool blue water that would have lapped at shores now buried under mountains of sand. These hidden channels suggest that the Sahara was once a lush, green paradise, a gentle garden where floating lilies nodded on quiet ponds and grasslands stretched as far as the heart could wander. The land breathed with moisture, and the air carried the sweet scent of damp earth, a world almost impossible to reconcile with the sea of gold we see today. It makes you wonder what other memories the sand is keeping safe, waiting for the wind to uncover. Shift your gaze upward now, all the way to the quiet heights of space, and you will see the eye of the Sahara gazing back at you. This is the Richat structure, a colossal pattern of concentric rings carved into the deserts of Mauritania, 40 kilometers across. From orbit, it looks like a gentle ripple frozen in the planet's crust, a perfectly circular bullseye that seems almost too deliberate to be natural. Soft bands of ancient rock spiral outward in shades of rust and cream, a silent geological whisper that has puzzled dreamers and scientists alike. There is a beautiful stillness to it, as if the Earth itself paused for a moment and left a fingerprint for the stars to admire. Deep in the heart of the desert, the Tassili Niger Mountains rise like a stone library of time. Their walls hold thousands of prehistoric rock paintings, softly carved and painted by hands that vanished long ago. These images drift through the ages, showing people swimming in clear waters and herding cattle across vibrant green hills. They reveal a long-forgotten era when the air was moist, the sky was kind, and life danced freely across a landscape we can barely imagine. To trace a fingertip along these ancient lines, you would almost feel the cool splash of a forgotten lake and hear the lowing of cattle echoing off wet canyon walls, a lullaby from a world that fell asleep. Now picture the immense sailing dunes, the great ships of the Sahara. These are not static piles of sand, but living, breathing mountains that slowly shift and glide across the plains, guided only by the whispering winds. Some of these dunes rise 180 meters into the pale sky, moving with such slow, rhythmic grace that their journey across the centuries feels like the deep breath of the planet itself. They sing as they travel, a low hum caused by the friction of cascading grains, a sound that lulls the desert into a trance. Each gentle slip of sand is a step in a voyage that has no destination, only the endless patience of the wind. Finally, let your imagination sink downwards, below the dunes and the rock, into a world of absolute dark. Here rests a vast aquifer of fossil water known as the Tubu Bauda Nile, an ancient reservoir sleeping deep beneath the sands. This water has been dreaming in the dark for thousands of years, untouched by the sun, since the time when the Sahara was green with life. It is a silent, liquid memory of ancient rains, stored in the earth like a secret ocean. To think of such pure, pristine water waiting patiently in the cool darkness, holding the story of a lost paradise, is to feel a profound, quiet curiosity stir within you, a gentle invitation to wonder what other hidden worlds lie just beneath our feet. The Tuareg people, often called the Blue Men of the Sahara, move through the desert like shadows draped in twilight. They wear long flowing robes dyed a deep indigo, a pigment that transfers softly onto their skin and leaves behind a faint azure tint. For generations, these desert navigators have guided their caravans across the silent expanses, reading the night sky as if it were a map drawn in scattered stars. There is a quiet confidence in their footsteps, a knowledge passed down through whispers of wind and sand. The desert may seem empty to outsiders, but for the Tuareg, it is alive with memories of countless journeys made under a canopy of gentle light. The Sahara itself is a vast and patient presence, stretching across approximately 9.2 million square kilometers. It is the largest hot desert in the world, a sweeping kingdom of stillness that covers nearly a third of the African continent. Imagine that immense golden blanket unfurling from the Atlantic to the Red Sea, a warm and serene ocean of sand. The terrain holds its secrets closely, from towering dunes that shift with each breeze to rocky plateaus that have stood unchanged for millennia. In this immense solitude, the world seems to slow its breathing, and time itself rests gently atop the sun-baked earth. Within this embrace, the dromedary camel carries life forward with a steady, rhythmic grace. These remarkable creatures have evolved unique features to drift effortlessly through the heat, like long dark eyelashes that shield their eyes from drifting grains of sand. Their wide padded feet spread softly over the dunes, leaving faint impressions that the wind soon erases. With each unhurried step, they embody a quiet endurance, moving through the shimmering air as if they were part of the landscape itself. Their gentle persistence becomes a meditation on survival, a calm companionship with the desert's long silences. Even the atmosphere plays tricks of tranquility, conjuring visions known as mirages. As the sun warms the surface, light bends through uneven layers of heated air, creating the illusion of floating pools of water. These shimmering specters appear on the horizon like cool promises, always receding as you draw near. It is a peaceful optical trick, born from the simple marriage of heat and light. For a traveler, a mirage might feel like a whispered invitation to keep moving, a soft dream woven by the desert to guide weary eyes toward the endless sky. When night finally descends, the Sahara transforms utterly. The temperature drops into a cool velvet stillness, and the day's heat surrenders to a calm so profound you can almost hear the stars settling into place. With no clouds to veil it, the Milky Way glows with a soft, brilliant intensity, its silver light spilling over the sleeping dunes like a celestial tide. Every grain of sand seems to catch a tiny spark, and the whole desert becomes a mirror for the heavens above. In this gentle darkness, the world rests in a quiet so complete it feels like the universe itself is taking a long, slow breath. Still drifting with me, that is perfectly all right. The sands of time have many more secrets to share, and I am right here with you. If you're enjoying this quiet journey, a like helps other night owls find their way here too. Hidden beneath the vast golden dunes, the gentle earth keeps a secret. The remnants of ancient riverbeds and lush lakes rest in a quiet sleep. These paleolakes whisper of a time when the Sahara was a soft world of green. Grasslands and forests once bloomed where now only a golden silence lies. Over thousands of years, this land drifted into the arid beauty we see today. It was a slow dream, a fading breath, cradled in the warm sands of time. In the remote heart of the desert, a silent wonder unfolds. The eye of the Sahara forms a gentle series of concentric rings. This ancient structure is so vast it can be seen from the quiet darkness of space. It creates a soft swirling pattern in the earth. The shape appears like a frozen ripple in a pond of smooth stone. A circle of stillness, gazing upward without a sound, a calm eye watching the sky. The Sahara is home to the Tuareg people, often called the Blue People. Their indigo-dyed veils and robes flow gently in the breeze. This deep color protects them from the sun and tells a story of quiet tradition. Their culture is a peaceful tapestry of nomadic life, moving softly across the sands. They drift in harmony with the slow rhythm of the desert. With each step they trace whispering trails into the endless open horizon. Deep in the Libyan desert, a world of pure light rests under the moon. The sand here is the most pristine on earth, made of tiny rounded grains of quartz. These grains flow like a soft silk ribbon in the cool night air. A faint breeze whispers across the plains and shifts the dunes in slow rhythmic waves. The smooth surface reflects the moon into a shimmering sea. It is a silent symphony of movement, a texture of time resting in the quiet dark. The Tassili Najjar Plateau holds a silent gallery painted on stone. Ancient rock art depicts giraffes and elephants and humans in a state of quiet grace. These images echo a time when the air was moist and the earth was a vibrant shade of green. The paintings serve as a gentle memory frozen in pigment. They are a dream on stone speaking of flowing water and rustling grasses. A calm reminder of a desert that once bloomed with soft life. In the quiet solitude of the desert, a truly magical thing happens when the sun begins to set. It is called the singing sands phenomenon. On certain dunes, when the wind blows just right, the grains of sand slide down the slip face and start to vibrate. This vibration creates a low, humming sound that seems to rise from deep within the earth. It is a soothing, melodic drone like a distant, floating song carried on the breeze. As you rest and listen, the sound wraps around you like a warm, comforting blanket. It is the desert's own lullaby, singing just for you during the golden hour of sunset, lulling you deeper into a state of perfect relaxation. Beneath the endless rippling sands of the Sahara, there is a hidden secret from another time. The desert holds the largest deposits of fossil water on Earth, resting in deep, ancient aquifers far below the surface. This water has been there for thousands of years, a hidden sea of perfect stillness. It remains untouched and silent, a secret source of life in the dry expanse. From these hidden waters, tiny oases bloom like soft, green jewels scattered across the orange sand. They are delicate and precious, offering a place of rest and shade. Each oasis is a small miracle, a breath of life in the quiet, dreaming desert that sustains weary travelers and wild hearts. The vastness of the Sahara is governed by a gentle, prevailing force known as the harmattan. This is a trade wind that flows with a soft, steady breath, carrying a fine, floating veil of dust from the interior all the way to the coast. As it moves, this shimmering haze softens every sharp edge of the landscape. The pale blue of the sky blends seamlessly with the warm amber of the earth, creating a dreamy watercolor horizon. This soft merging of colors paints a picture of absolute peace. It is as if the world itself is telling you to rest, to let go, and to simply drift along with the wind's gentle lullaby. In the stillness of the Sahara, imagine the nomadic caravans that once traced paths across this ocean of sand. They relied on the dromedary camel, a creature of immense patience and quiet strength. These animals move with a grace that belies their size, their feet gliding effortlessly across the undulating dunes. Their slow, steady pace is a perfect mirror of the desert's own timeless heartbeat. Each step is deliberate and calm, carrying with it the weight of history and the lightness of the open air. Their gentle presence is a comforting reminder of resilience and peace, a moving meditation in the vast, silent landscape that invites you to slow your own breathing and feel deeply grounded. And as the day finally drifts away, the Sahara undergoes a most beautiful transformation. The air becomes crystal clear and perfectly still, and the desert turns into a celestial sanctuary. The velvet darkness is not empty but alive with a million points of soft light. The stars seem to float closer to the earth, so bright and near that you feel you could almost reach out and touch them. A soft, silvery glow washes over the sleeping dunes, casting gentle shadows that move with the turning sky. This light bathes the silent, dreaming sands in a cool, luminous embrace. It is a moment of such profound quiet that the entire universe seems to hold its breath, and you are cradled in the peaceful silence of the cosmos. Hidden beneath the shimmering waves of sand lie the remnants of ancient riverbeds and lush lakes from a time known as the Green Sahara. These paleolakes, some stretching for miles, once cradled diverse wildlife and early human civilizations thousands of years ago. Imagine the gentle lapping of water against quiet shores, where hippos bathed in the warm sun and fish darted through crystal currents. The land breathed with life, a soft memory now buried under the peaceful dunes, whispering stories of a greener past. The Richat structure, often called the Eye of the Sahara, unfolds in Mauritania as a massive, concentric geological wonder, resembling a giant bullseye from space. This serene ring of rock and sediment spans 40 kilometers, carved by time's patient hand into the Earth's crust. It invites a quiet reflection on the deep movements of the planet, a still eye watching over the vast desert, holding the secrets of erosion and upheaval in its layered embrace. The structure sits there, timeless and calm, a gentle marker of the Earth's ancient dance. In the quiet depths of the desert, the Tassili Najjar Plateau preserves thousands of ancient rock paintings, a soft gallery of a forgotten world. These gentle artworks depict giraffes, elephants, and grazing cattle, reflecting a time when the Sahara was a verdant, floating garden of life. The images, painted with warm earth tones, show animals moving through tall grasses and trees bending in a fragrant breeze. It is a tender reminder of how the land once thrived, now etched in stone, dreaming under the silent stars. The Sahara is home to the elusive fennec fox, recognized by its oversized, soft ears that help dissipate heat in the warm night air. These quiet creatures drift through the dunes like whispers, their small bodies barely disturbing the cooling sands. With keen hearing, they listen for the faintest sound of prey, a beetle or a lizard, moving beneath the surface. The fennec fox embodies a gentle resilience, a spirit of the desert that moves with the night, bringing a soft pulse of life to the serene, open expanse. The Tanisrouft, known as the Land of Terror, is paradoxically one of the most serene and desolate places on Earth, a vast, shimmering plateau of gravel and stone. Here, the horizon seems to stretch eternally into a soft, hazy blur, where time dissolves into a gentle, uninterrupted stillness. The heat rises in quiet waves, merging earth and sky in a peaceful union, and the only sound is the faint crunch of your own footsteps on the ancient ground. It is a land of profound solitude where the soul can rest in the open air. Through the vast, silent stretches of the Sahara, the Tuareg people drift like shadows beneath the sun. They are known as the Blue Men, for their indigo-dyed veils wrap softly around their faces, leaving a tender blue tint on their skin with every wear. This hue is a quiet signature of their wandering lives, a brushstroke from the desert itself. Their culture unfolds as a graceful tapestry of nomadic wisdom, sewn from generations of moving with the dunes. Under the vast night sky, they read the stars like a familiar map, finding their way with a calm that speaks of ages spent in the open, breathing in the ancient light. From the heart of the Sahara, the weather weaves a quiet wonder. The wind stirs up a golden dust, rich with ancient minerals, and sends it floating high into the sky. This luminous powder rises and rides the air currents, crossing the wide and patient Atlantic Ocean over many days. Finally, it drifts down upon the Amazon rainforest, a gentle rain of nourishment settling on the broad green leaves. This dust feeds the soil with essential nutrients, helping the lush greenery of South America to thrive in its deep, vibrant way. It is a soft and secret rhythm of the earth, connecting the empty desert to the teeming forest in a slow, giving dance. Within the desert's heart, the Erg Chebi dunes rise like soft golden sculptures, shaped by centuries of wind and light. These gentle giants stand up to 150 meters tall, their slopes curving in smooth and silent lines beneath the sun's warm gaze. As the wind whispers across their peaks, the sand begins a slow, rhythmic dance, shifting from one form to another in a quiet, endless motion. This constant reshaping is a peaceful artwork, the dunes breathing in and out with the passing breezes. They are a living portrait of the desert's patient spirit, forever moving yet never disturbing the profound stillness that wraps the land. Amidst the sea of sand, the Sahara reveals another face. Nearly half of its vastness is not sand at all, but rocky plateaus and hamadas, stretching out in silent, stony plains. These elevated grounds rise above the drifting ergs, offering a steady and unwavering ground beneath your feet. Their surfaces are worn smooth by time, a quiet contrast to the soft, shifting dunes that surround them. Here, the desert finds a different voice, one of solid, enduring stillness that grounds the floating landscape in ancient calm. It is a place where you might stand and feel the deep age of the earth, a silent foundation amidst the slow dance of the sands. As daylight fades over the Sahara, the desert cools into a soft and peaceful night. The temperature drops gently, a quiet release from the golden warmth of the sun, bringing a calm that settles deep into the sand. In this profound stillness, the sky becomes a vast and velvet canvas, and the Milky Way unfolds with a clarity that takes your breath away. The stars seem so close, you might lift your hand and graze their light, each one floating softly in the dark above the quiet earth. This serene spectacle wraps the desert in a heavenly glow, a lullaby of distant suns singing the world to sleep. Let us journey into the heart of the Sahara, a place where time moves slowly and secrets lie hidden. As we drift on the wings of imagination, the golden sands unfold like a blanket beneath the stars. Deep beneath the golden surface of the Sahara, where the sun bakes the land in a golden slumber, there lies a hidden world of cool, still water. A vast network of ancient aquifers stretches through the darkness, holding remnants of prehistoric rain that fell centuries ago. These silent reservoirs, deep and peaceful, seep slowly upward, nourishing secret oases in the most secluded corners of the desert. Here, life blooms gently, date palms sway in the faint breeze, and delicate flowers open their petals to the moonlight. It is a quiet miracle, a testament to the enduring pulse of life even in the harshest of places. In this hidden realm, time moves slowly, untouched by the world above.
Now, let your mind wander back to a time when this desert was not a sea of sand. Imagine a time when the Sahara was not a sea of sand, but a lush, emerald-green savanna. This was the African humid period, thousands of years ago, when drifting clouds brought soft rains that kissed the earth. Forests whispered in the wind, and shimmering lakes reflected the sky, where hippopotamuses bathed in the cool water. It was a world of gentle abundance, a memory now etched into the golden dunes. The air was filled with the songs of birds and the rustle of leaves, a far cry from the silence of today. But over time, the rains faded, and the green gave way to gold, leaving only whispers of what once was.
And those whispers are painted on the rocks of the Tassili Niger Plateau. In the remote Tassili Niger Plateau, ancient rock paintings float across the stone walls like silent memories. These delicate artworks, thousands of years old, depict a lost world of hunters and gatherers moving through a landscape of green and gold. They capture the peaceful essence of a time when the land was alive with gentle rhythms and the sky was wide and open. Now, these images rest quietly, telling stories to the wind. Each stroke of ochre and charcoal whispers of a past that is both distant and near, a reminder that the sand we see now once cradled life in all its forms, and in their silence they invite us to dream of that lost world. As we ascend higher, the desert reveals another wonder. From high above the earth, the eye of the Sahara sleeps quietly in the heart of Mauritania. This is the Richat structure, a mesmerizing formation of concentric rings that seem to gaze upward at the cosmos. It is a natural wonder, carved by time and the gentle forces of the earth, resting peacefully upon the crust like a giant, dreaming eye. In its silent watch, it holds the mysteries of the planet. Seen from space, it is a breathtaking sight, a reminder of the beauty that lies in the natural world, unnoticed and eternal, and as the sun sets, the rings glow with a soft amber light, like a dream fading into the dusk. It is a sight that soothes the soul. Now, listen closely, for the desert speaks in its own language. In the quiet of the Sahara, the dunes themselves sing. This is the phenomenon of the singing sands, where the vast stretches of desert produce a low humming vibration as the wind brushes over them. It is a soft, melodic drone, caused by the friction of sand grains gliding against one another in a rhythmic, soothing dance. This gentle music, ancient and unceasing, is the desert's lullaby, a sound that has whispered through the ages. When you stand among the dunes, you can feel it more than hear it, a vibration that resonates deep within the earth and within yourself. It is as if the desert is breathing, a slow and steady rhythm that lulls you into a state of calm. So let these sounds carry you into a deep and restful sleep as the Sahara continues its eternal, gentle song. In the heart of the Sahara, there exists a people touched by the color of the twilight sky. The Tuareg, known as the Blue People, drape themselves in indigo veils that whisper against their skin, leaving behind a soft, celestial stain like a gentle kiss from the heavens. For countless generations, they have moved across the ever-changing sands, not by maps or paths, but by the silent guidance of the stars. Under the vast dome of night, the silver light of those distant suns becomes their compass, leading them through the deep stillness where the earth seems to breathe in slow, measured sighs. It is a journey of patience and trust, woven into the very fabric of their being, a dance with the desert that never ends. Floating atop the dunes are the ergs, great seas of sand that rise like frozen waves in a golden ocean. These massive formations can reach over 500 feet high, their crests catching the light in a soft, shimmering glow. They shift slowly, almost imperceptibly over time, moving grain by grain in a dance that mirrors the tide. The landscape feels fluid and calm, like a sleeping ocean breathing in a rhythm too deep for us to hear. Each dune is a story carved by the wind, a silent testament to the patience of the earth itself, stretching endlessly under the vast sky. The Sahara stretches across nearly 3.6 million square miles, claiming the title of the largest hot desert in the world. This immense expanse holds a profound sense of stillness, where the horizon offers no end, only a soft, hazy glow that seems to embrace the earth in a gentle, unending hug. In the heart of this quietude, the soul feels the weight of eternity, a timeless presence that soothes every thought and hushes every worry. The vastness whispers of infinite patience, where every grain of sand rests in perfect peace, forming a canvas of serene isolation. It is a place where the mind can gently unravel, lulled by the sheer scale of tranquility that stretches beyond sight. In this land of silence, many creatures have adopted a slow, patient rhythm of life, such as the fennec fox with its delicate velvet ears. These oversized ears are not just for hearing, they are nature's way of releasing warmth, keeping the fox cool under the desert sun. As night falls, they become instruments of listening, tuned to the quietest whispers of the midnight breeze. The fennec fox moves through the shadows with a gentle grace, a soft brush of life in the vast emptiness. It is a reminder of the tender stillness that dwells in the heart of the Sahara, where every moment is a calm, measured breath. As the sun dips below the horizon, the Sahara transforms into a sanctuary of cool, indigo air, a soothing balm after the day's warmth. The temperature drops softly, wrapping the landscape in a peaceful chill that feels like a gentle embrace from the night itself. This cooling touch invites the world to drift, to surrender to a deep and silent slumber, where every breath becomes slower and more serene. The once golden dunes now rest under a canopy of twilight stars, their silence deepening with every passing moment. It is a time when the desert sighs in relief, welcoming the night's quiet song that cradles all things into rest. Still here, wrapped in the sands of time? That's lovely. Let the Sahara's hidden wonders wash over you, like a gentle tide of starlight. I'll keep talking, you just drift deeper and deeper into the hush. Deep beneath the golden dunes there rests a hidden ocean. It is the Nubian sandstone aquifer system, one of the largest fossil water reserves in the world. This silent subterranean sea holds water that fell as rain thousands and thousands of years ago. The water drifted down into the earth, passing through layers of sand and rock, until it found a resting place in the cool, dark silence. Now it waits there peacefully, a liquid memory from a time when the sky wept softly over this land. It is a quiet, invisible presence, cradled by the warmth of the deep earth. As we float on the desert winds, we come upon the eye of the Sahara. This is the Richat structure, a massive formation of concentric rings that astronauts can see from the vastness of space. From above, it looks like a gentle ripple on the surface of a still pond, frozen in time. The rings were shaped by the slow, patient lifting of rock and the soft caress of erosion over millions of years. In the quiet of the desert, this ancient eye gazes upward, a testament to the slow, peaceful changes of our planet. The Sahara holds dreams of a very different world. Thousands of years ago, this was a lush green Sahara, where rivers flowed and lakes shimmered under a soft, emerald sky. On the plateau of Tassili Niger, ancient rock painters left behind images of that wet, vibrant time. You can see hippopotami swimming in deep waters and cattle grazing on green pastures. These paintings are a window to a lost paradise, a peaceful echo from an era when the desert bloomed like a garden under gentle rains. The land is still alive with the people who walk its vast spaces. The Tuareg, known as the Blue People, move like gentle spirits across the dunes. They wear flowing veils, dyed with intense indigo, which drift softly in the warm wind. This color is not just for protection from the sun, it echoes the deep, quiet hues of the midnight sky. As they travel, the blue of their robes seems to blur into the twilight, connecting them to the infinite, starry expanse above. The veils whisper stories of ancient journeys and endless horizons. In the deepest stillness, the desert itself can sing. On certain dunes, when the wind glides over the sand grains just so, it produces a low, humming drone. This is the song of the singing sands. It is a rhythmic, soothing sound that travels across the vast, open plains, creating a natural lullaby. The hum rises and falls like a long, slow breath from the earth. In the quiet of dusk, this gentle melody echoes around you, as if the Sahara is humming itself to sleep and inviting you to join in its ancient, peaceful rest. Now, let your mind drift across a land of immense scale. The Sahara covers nearly 3.6 million square miles, spreading across 11 different countries in northern Africa. This is a floating landscape of light and shadow, where the horizon seems to go on forever. The warm earth meets the sky in a gentle blur, and every grain of sand tells a story of time. It feels like a dream where distance has no meaning, only an endless sea of quiet gold. Imagine standing at the edge of this vastness, feeling the soft breeze carry whispers of ancient journeys. The desert stretches in all directions, a silent ocean of dunes that invite you to let go. There is no rush here, only the slow rhythm of the land breathing in and out. And as the day unfolds, a subtle shift occurs. The desert's temperature changes softly, from a golden radiant warmth to a crisp, cool stillness at night. When the sun sets, the air settles into a peaceful hush, and the sky transforms. Stars emerge with brilliant, clear intensity, each one a point of light in the vast velvet dark. This cycle of warmth and coolness is like a lullaby, rocking the world to sleep. Feel the heat of the day slowly fading, leaving behind a refreshing calm. The sand remembers the sun's touch, but now it cools beneath your feet. Night wraps around you like a gentle blanket, and the stars seem close enough to touch. In this stillness, you can hear the universe breathe. In this shimmering heat, a ghost-like figure might appear. The Saharan cheetah, with its pale sandy coat, blends seamlessly into the haze. It moves with quiet, fluid grace, gliding across the dunes like a soft shadow. This creature is a part of the desert itself, a living echo of the light. Watch it for a moment and it vanishes, a fleeting dream in the golden air. There is no hurry in its step, only the serene dance of survival. Its paws barely leave a mark on the sand, as if it tiptoes through time. The cheetah embodies the spirit of this place, elusive and beautiful. It teaches us that true presence can be found in silence and subtlety. Look ahead, and you will see the Erg Chebi Dunes. These are towering waves of apricot-colored sand, shifting slowly with the breath of the wind. Their curves are soft and rounded, shaping a landscape that feels like a dream of floating gold. The light plays on their slopes, painting shadows that move with the day. Imagine walking here, sinking into the warm sand, surrounded by these gentle giants. They stand as monuments to stillness, carved by the wind's patient hand over countless years. Each dune is a sculpture of time, ever-changing yet eternal. The apricot hue glows in the sunlight, warming your soul with its soft radiance. It is a place where you can surrender to the beauty of the moment. And in the quietest corners, discover the Saharan cypress trees. These ancient sentinels have stood for centuries, rooted deep in the earth. Their roots reach far below, drinking from hidden springs in a slow, patient dance of survival. They are silent guardians of the desert, holding stories of endurance and peace. In their shade, you can feel the weight of years lifted by a gentle grace. Let their presence remind you of life's quiet resilience, a soft whisper in the vast silence. These trees do not rush, they simply are, rooted in the now. Their branches stretch toward the sky, embracing the sun and stars alike. They offer a lesson in patience, a serene melody for the weary heart. Welcome, dear listener, to this quiet journey through the Sahara's secrets. Let your body relax and your mind drift as we explore these gentle wonders one by one. Deep beneath the shifting golden dunes, the Nubian sandstone aquifer system rests in endless silence. This is one of the world's largest reserves of fossil water, a vast underground ocean of ancient rain. These waters have lain undisturbed for millennia, floating in perfect stillness beneath the scorching surface. Imagine the quiet pressure, the cool darkness holding stories from thousands of years ago. It is a hidden sanctuary, untouched by the sun, where every drop is a memory of a forgotten sky. Close your eyes and imagine the Sahara as it was long ago, a lush, green sanctuary wrapped in gentle rains. Around 11,000 years before now, the land was alive during the African humid period. Emerald grasslands rolled softly under the breeze, and shimmering lakes dotted the landscape like quiet mirrors. This was a peaceful time, with wildlife roaming freely through the fertile plains. The savannas teemed with life, a soft hum of existence that now only exists in these stories. The air carried the scent of wet earth and the murmur of life, a stark contrast to today's dry silence. That green world has long since slipped away, leaving only its dreams in the sand. Now, let your mind wander to the Richat structure, the Eye of the Sahara in Mauritania. This breathtaking geological wonder seems like a giant, concentric bullseye crafted by nature's hand. Spanning 40 kilometers, its vast circular design can be seen from the serene heights of space. The rings are formed of ancient rock, each layer a silent record of deep time. It rests there, a patient eye watching over the desert, filled with the quiet wisdom of the ages. This place invites you to simply be still and marvel at its patient beauty. It is a reminder of the Earth's capacity for serene grandeur.
Rest your thoughts on the Tassili Niger Plateau, nestled deep in the desert's embrace. This sacred ground holds thousands of ancient rock carvings and paintings, each one a gentle relic. The images depict giraffes and hippopotamuses with tender care, whispering of a bygone era. They speak of a time when the air was moist and heavy with the scent of rain, and the land was fertile and green. These silent narratives are a soft testament to nature's changing moods, frozen in stone. They let us hear the faint echo of a world that once thrived in quiet harmony.
Finally, let your awareness settle on the Sahara's sands, which are not just yellow but a drifting spectrum of color. Deep oranges, soft pinks, and pale creams flow together in quiet, endless harmonies. These hues arise from the slow, rhythmic oxidation of iron and the gentle blending of minerals over millennia. It is as if the earth itself has been painting this landscape with patient, loving strokes. The sands move in a soft, eternal dance shaped by the wind but always returning to stillness. This is a dreamlike mosaic, a tranquil canvas that invites you to simply breathe and let go. And so we leave these whispered tales behind, carrying their peace into a gentle sleep. Until next time, may these dreams of the desert cradle you in soft slumber. Imagine the Tuareg nomads drifting like gentle spirits across the endless Sahara. They are often called the Blue People, and this name holds a deep, quiet truth. Their faces are wrapped in veils dyed with a rich, luminous indigo that protects them from the soft, swirling winds. With every journey, the pigment whispers onto their skin, leaving a faint, ethereal stain. Over the years, this deep blue glow settles upon them like a second skin mirroring the colors of the twilight sky. As day slowly surrenders to night, their silhouettes melt into the horizon, becoming one with the calm descending world. This delicate merging of human and nature feels like a peaceful lullaby sung by the desert itself. Deep within the golden wilderness, the dunes occasionally stir with a low humming drone. This is the song of the singing sands, a rare and deeply calming phenomenon. It occurs when countless grains of sand slide against one another in a slow, fluid motion. The gentle friction creates a rhythmic vibration that resonates through the crisp desert air. This hum drifts across the empty landscape like a whisper from the earth itself. Standing there in the silence, you feel the sound more than hear it, a soft pulse under your skin. It is as if the desert is breathing, sharing its most intimate secret with the stillness of the night. In the most remote stretches of the Sahara, the rare Saharan cheetah lives in absolute solitude. Its coat is a perfect canvas of warm golden hues, allowing it to disappear into the landscape with silent ease. These elusive creatures move with a fluid ghost-like grace across the shimmering horizon. Watching one is like glimpsing a secret the desert has kept for centuries. Their footsteps barely disturb the sand, and their presence feels like a gentle whisper in the vast emptiness. This hidden life thriving in such peace reminds you of the quiet strength that stillness can hold. It is a fleeting vision of pure, untamed beauty. The Sahara gently holds a breathtaking expanse known as Erg Chebi. Here the dunes rise like enormous frozen waves carved from the softest silk. These towering mounds stretch in endless curving lines towards a pale golden horizon. With the arrival of the evening breeze, they shift so slowly that the movement feels like a deep breath taken by the earth. The landscape reshapes itself in whispering silence, creating a world of flowing tranquility. Being amid these dunes is like standing inside a dream where time itself has forgotten to move. Everything is still save for the soft caress of sand reshaping eternity.
When the sun finally dips below the horizon, the desert slips into a cool, crisp embrace. The air becomes utterly still and clear, holding its breath for the coming night. From the vast canopy above, the silver light of a million distant stars begins to drift softly downward. This celestial radiance settles upon the sleeping sands like a gentle blanket of pure peace. Each grain of sand seems to shimmer faintly, reflecting the quiet glow of the galaxy. In this moment, the world feels infinite yet deeply comforting. The desert rests beneath a star-filled sky, cradled in a silence that soothes the soul.
Feel the warm, soft pressure of the glowing orange dunes above you. So deep beneath, a vast network of ancient aquifers lies still and secret. It cradles prehistoric water in silent, porous rock, water that has slept for ages. These hidden currents flow without a sound, a soft and steady pulse supporting the desert's most resilient plants. Their roots delve into the cool, dark depths, drawing from this ancient, life-giving whisper. It is a hidden river of life, flowing in quiet grace through the still, deep earth. Close your eyes and see the Sahara as it once was, a soft emerald dream. Over 11,000 years ago, during the African humid period, this land was a lush paradise. Shimmering lakes caught the golden light, and flowing rivers whispered through the greenery. A variety of wildlife roamed this gentle world, their steps soft on the moist earth. Feel the ancient memory of that wet and fertile time, now buried under the warm rolling sands. Picture it as a green and gentle home, the air thick with the scent of water and life, a memory so distant yet still felt in the land's deep silence. In the heart of the desert, a silent wonder watches the sky. The eye of the Sahara, the Richat structure, creates mesmerizing concentric circles etched into the golden earth. From space, it is a giant blue bullseye, a geological whisper seen by astronauts. Imagine this gentle pattern in the Mauritanian sand, a soft ripple of stone and time. It is a still, silent center in the vastness, an eye that does not blink but forever gazes upward. Feel the quiet power of this ancient formation, circles within circles painted by the earth itself, a peaceful mandala hidden in the desert's warm embrace. The Tuareg people drift through the Sahara like a soft breeze. Known as the Blue People, they wear flowing indigo veils that whisper against their skin, leaving a tender, lasting tint. Their culture is a tapestry of ancient nomadic wisdom, woven through centuries of peaceful wandering. See them moving silently over the dunes, their footsteps light and their hearts full of the desert's secrets. They are a living part of this vast golden landscape. Feel the gentle rhythm of their lives, timed to the sun and stars. The blue of their veils mirrors the infinite sky, a soft color that speaks of depth and stillness. They carry stories in their silence, drifting like the sand. The Sahara's vastness cradles the Tassili Niger Plateau, a sanctuary of ancient stories. Here, delicate prehistoric rock art paints a forgotten world of swimming creatures and grazing animals. Feel the whisper of these stone images, a soft memory of a wetter, greener age. The paintings are tender marks of life, telling tales of water and peace from thousands of years ago. They are a lullaby in rock, a quiet song for those who listen with their hearts. Imagine the hands that carved these swimming figures so long ago under a kinder sun. These images breathe the memory of lakes and rivers, a secret kept in the silent, wind-swept stone. Shh! Feel the shimmering heat, so warm on your skin. Deep in it, desert ants are counting their steps, a silent, rhythmic sense guiding them. A soft pulse, a quiet beat, only they can feel. Each tiny footfall is a note in a melody of survival. They move in gentle arcs across the burning sand, tracing curves that lead to cool darkness. Their inner rhythm is calm, a steady metronome in the vast stillness, unshaken by the sun. Every step is a whisper, a soft thread weaving back to the sanctuary of their nest. Rest now, like them, finding your way in the dark, carried by an unseen rhythm, slow and sure. And now, hear the dunes sing, a low, humming lullaby. The shifting sands produce a deep vibration, a melodic sound as grains glide over one another. So soft, so gentle, like the earth's own breath. Feel the warm sand shift under a hum that wraps around your body. It is a gentle tide of sound, rising and falling in peaceful rhythm, settling into the quiet of your mind. The singing sands breathe a peaceful murmur, drifting you deeper into calm. Like a cradle of earth and air, it holds you, whispering secrets of the desert, slow and deep. Let this melody carry you, soft and low, to a place of rest. Carry you. The Saharan cheetah moves like a ghost, pale and silent in the sun-bleached light. Its coat blends so softly with the plains, a whispered shadow in the vast heat. See it drift with floating grace, each stride a gentle motion in the stillness. It is a serene phantom, a breath of elegance crossing the open land. In the golden light, it fades and reappears, a soft mirage of movement. This creature is a quiet song of the desert, a fleeting calm that touches your heart. Let its stillness settle in you, a peaceful presence in the warm air, like a cool breath, a moment of peace. As night falls, the desert cools, wrapping you in a crisp, quiet embrace. The sharp drop in temperature clears the air, so crystal clear and fresh. Look up, see the velvet sky, deep and dark, crowded with shimmering stars. Each star is a soft point of light, a distant flame burning calmly in the vastness. The cool air presses gently, a soothing blanket over the sleeping sands. In this deep stillness, the stars feel so close you could whisper to them. They blink back silently, a cosmic lullaby. Let the night hold you, crisp and peaceful, under this canopy of light. Feel the cool sand, and breathe in the starlight. The desert night is a quiet miracle, a soft, dark gift. The Erg Chebi dunes rise like soft, golden waves, undulating gently toward the endless horizon. The wind sculpts them so tenderly, hour by hour, shaping slopes that drift into new, serene forms. Feel the sand shift under your hand, a warm, flowing motion. These dunes are a slow, golden lullaby, a drifting pattern of warmth and stillness. The light plays on their curves, painting shadows that breathe with the wind. Sink into their gentle slopes, let the peace envelop you. The landscape is always becoming a soft, eternal change that carries you away on a tide of sand. Drift now, like the sands, into a soft, golden sleep. Each grain whispers a story of timeless calm. Rest here in this ever-shifting peace. Deep beneath the drifting golden dunes, the Nubian sandstone aquifer rests in a cool, silent slumber, one of the largest fossil water reserves in the world. This ancient hidden ocean of fresh water is cradled in the rock, waiting in vast, still darkness, a memory of rains from thousands of years ago. The water lies in the stone's embrace, cold and pure, a relic from when the Sahara bloomed with rivers and lakes. Now it sleeps, waiting in the deep, while the dunes shift softly overhead. You can almost feel the soft weight of the sand, warm and heavy, guarding this deep, cool treasure, a silent heartbeat under the desert. And from that green memory we see a different Sahara. Thousands of years ago, the Sahara was a lush, emerald landscape known as the Green Sahara, with flowing rivers and deep blue lakes. Ancient rock art in the Tassili Najjar Plateau depicts a peaceful world where giraffes and hippopotamuses roamed soft, grassy plains. These images are a warm green memory, etched in stone, a quiet whisper from a time when water flowed freely. Imagine the cool breeze over those ancient waters, the rustle of leaves, all now held in the silent stone. It is a story of a lost harmony, a gentle dance of life under a softer sun, cradled now in the golden sand. Gazing from that ancient past, the Eye of the Sahara offers another mystery. The Eye of the Sahara, or the Richat structure, is a mysterious concentric circle in Mauritania, looking like a giant bullseye from the quiet of space. Once mistaken for an impact site, it was actually formed by a slow, gentle uplifting of the Earth's crust over millions of years. The rings ripple outward in stone, a silent, vast spiral that is a sigh of the planet, not a wound. From above, it gazes peacefully at the stars, a calm eye in the desert's golden face, holding the memory of its ancient, patient birth. Feel the deep time in those circles, each layer a chapter of the Earth's slow breathing, a geometric lullaby drawn in the sand. Moving across this timeless land, we encounter the Tuareg people. In the heart of the desert, the Tuareg people, often called the Blue People, wrap themselves in indigo-dyed veils that gently color their skin. These flowing garments shield them from the drifting sands, while echoing a deep cultural history of nomadic wandering under the vast open sky. The indigo rubs off in a soft blue stain, a quiet badge of their roaming life. Watch them move through the golden dunes, a whisper of blue in the harsh light, carrying stories of ancient paths and cool oases. Their presence is a gentle, living thread, holding the desert's memory, a cool, protective color breathing life into the silent sand. It is the hue of the deep sky, draped over their shoulders, a calm note in the still, hot air, and at last, listen for the voice of the desert. The Sahara presents the singing sands, a phenomenon where the dunes produce a low, humming drone as the wind caresses their faces. This melodic sound The Sahara is the largest hot desert on Earth, stretching across nearly 3.6 million square miles of shimmering, sun-warmed terrain. It spreads through 11 countries like a golden blanket, seamless and vast, melting into the horizon with soft, glowing light. Feel the deep, silent sands under an endless sky, the great stillness that holds the land in a warm embrace. This ocean of warmth cradles the Earth, a vast, flowing expanse where time slows to a quiet drift. The air shimmers with heat, the light weaves through your senses, and the desert breathes a slow, steady rhythm. Each grain of sand holds a gentle warmth, and the silence is deep enough to feel on your skin. Let this gentle warmth wrap around you, soft as a whisper, carrying you into a deep, restful calm, like sinking into a soft, sunlit dream. In this immense heat, tiny silver ants emerge, their bodies coated in a mirror-like sheen. This unique natural armor reflects the golden sunlight, keeping them cool and serene as they move. Watch them glide peacefully across the warm surface, like little whispers of silver, drifting toward a quiet, unseen destination. Their movements are fluid, a silent dance on the sand, barely touching the warmth below. Feel the coolness they carry, a tiny respite in the sun, as they drift through the stillness with effortless grace. They move like tiny stars, cool and luminous, threading the hot air with calm. Let their soft, fleeting presence remind you of gentle movement in the deep quiet. Scattered in the desert are desert roses, crystals of gypsum and barite that bloom into delicate flower shapes. These formations gather slowly, petal by sandy petal, over years of quiet, patient change. Each one is a frozen moment of geological art, a soft, still sculpture breathing in the warm sand. Imagine the subtle weight of these crystalline blooms, the way they hold the light, delicate and enduring. They are nature's quiet creations, formed in silence, whispering stories of ancient, slow transformation. Their petals are sharp with time, yet soft to the eye, like nature's own silent poetry. Rest with them in the stillness, as the desert nurtures these quiet marvels. The Sahara is punctuated by towering sand seas where dunes rise over 500 feet high. These undulating waves shift slowly in the breeze, ever so gently reshaping the quiet contours of the land. Feel the soft breath of wind as it sculpts the vast, flowing landscape, like a slow, steady lullaby. The sand whispers as it moves, a soft, sighing sound that blends with the silence. Watch the shadows play on the golden curves, ever changing, ever still, as the desert dreams beneath the sun. Each dune is a wave in a great golden sea, rising and falling in a gentle, endless rhythm. Let this motion soothe you, like a cradle in the quiet, as the sand sings softly to the sky. At night, the desert air cools into a velvet chill, revealing a sky crowded with shimmering stars. The Milky Way glows like a pearlescent river, flowing silently across the deep indigo void. Breathe in the stillness, the cool touch of darkness, as the universe whispers above, soft and infinite. Each star is a pinpoint of calm light, and the galaxy stretches like a gentle blanket over the world. Let the quiet of the night wash over you, a cool, soothing embrace, as the desert sleeps under the watchful, twinkling sky. The stars blink slowly, like distant lullabies, and the cool air touches your skin with feather-like kisses. Drift into this endless night, where the silence is soft and the darkness is deep and still. Deep, deep beneath the shifting golden dunes of the Sahara, where the sun blazes a lonely path across the endless sky and the wind carves silence into eternal shapes, a hidden network of ancient aquifers lies in solemn, timeless rest, a secret kept by the earth. These vast subterranean reservoirs, like the Nubian sandstone aquifer system, cradle clear, cool waters that have drifted undisturbed through the silent millennia, holding within their dark liquid hearts the faint, shimmering memory of a vanished world. They are liquid echoes of an epoch when this desert was a lush, green paradise, a land of flowing rivers and whispering reeds, of life abundant under generous rains, a beautiful dream of water now buried forever beneath the deep, sighing ocean of sand. In the remote reaches of Mauritania, the Sahara cradles a geological wonder. The Richat structure, a mysterious constellation of concentric rock rings often called the Eye of the Sahara, a formation so immense it unveils its true grandeur only from the serene, star-filled heights of space, a gaze into forever, a quiet marvel. From that distant, quiet vantage, it appears as a soft, swirling ripple in the Earth's ancient crust, a spiral of gentle circles that seems to look upward into the cosmos. An eye watching the slow dance of planets and stars, a silent sentinel of stone and time, a delicate fingerprint of the divine on the desert floor, a whisper of eternity in the stillness. Thousands of years ago, during the African humid period, the Sahara was transformed, as generous monsoon rains swept across the continent, turning the barren sands into rolling savannas and meadows blanketed with wildflowers in a gentle riot of color, a Eden of green and gold, a pastel memory. This lost world is captured in the ancient rock art of the Tassili Noja Plateau, where silent, fading paintings show hippopotamuses and elephants wandering through their peaceful domain, their forms etched in ochre and charcoal on stone that now overlooks only the endless, rippling dunes, a haunting gallery of life that once was. A prayer from the past preserved in the stillness of the arid wind, a memory of beauty that the desert now keeps. The Sahara hosts the largest sand seas on Earth, a vast luminous province where colossal dunes rise like frozen waves over 600 feet into the clear, empty sky, their crests tracing delicate lines against the horizon in a spectacle of nature's quiet, eternal power, a ballet of grains. These sandy mountains migrate slowly, softly, with the gentle persuasion of the wind, a patient, timeless dance that reshapes the desert landscape, grain by patient grain, into a flowing tapestry of light and shadow, a canvas that shifts with each passing breeze, where the sun paints gold and the moon strokes silver over a realm forever in tender, silent motion, a song of sand sung through the ages, a lullaby for the listening soul. In the heart of the scorching, silent desert, the oasis rises like a mirage made real, a sanctuary of cool shade and shimmering water, sustained by deep artesian wells that draw life from the earth's hidden veins, a secret pulse of survival in the heat, a tender kiss of life. Here, date palms grow tall and graceful, their emerald fronds swaying in the gentle breeze, casting dappled shadows on the soft green grass below, offering a cherished respite for weary travelers drifting through the oppressive heat, a whisper of life in the vast golden emptiness, a tender reminder of mercy and endurance, where water sings softly and the soul finds a moment of peace under the relentless sun, a cradle of calm in the desert's wide, warm arms. In the heart of the Sahara lies the Tanizrauft, not a land of terror but a realm of meditative silence, where the stillness is so profound you might hear a single grain of sand whisper its ancient story. The Sahara's dunes hum a low, melodious song, born from the gentle friction of sand grains sliding together, a rhythmic drone that echoes softly across the vast open plains. The Tuareg, the blue people of the Sahara, wear indigo veils that paint their skin with a celestial hue, navigating endless sands by starlight and the desert's quiet, ancient rhythms. Beyond its golden dunes, the Sahara unveils black volcanic rock and shimmering white salt flats, a muted painterly palette that softly shifts beneath the moon's gentle glow. When night falls, the Sahara cools into a crisp embrace, the air clears, and the Milky Way unfurls as a luminous river of light, softly glowing over the sleeping sands. And so our quiet journey through the sands of time must come to a close. Your mind has traveled far across the Sahara's hidden wonders, through silence and starlight, and now it is time to gently let it all go. If this desert evening helped you drift into calm, consider leaving a soft like, and if you subscribe, I will always be here, a quiet companion whenever you need another peaceful escape from the noise of the world. Good night, sleep deeply, and remember, the Sahara's eternal beauty will always welcome you back whenever you're ready to return. Rest now, and let the profound silence of the desert carry you into dreams.